So you've just landed your first proper job, and boom, your first payslip has arrived. It says your annual salary is 60,000 pounds. That means this month your gross pay is 5,000. But hang on, there's tax, 952.66, and national insurance, 267.55. After all that, what actually lands in your bank account? 3,779 pounds and 79 pence. That's your net pay. Let's break down what just happened. So, what actually is tax? It's money the government takes from your pay and uses to run the country. HMRC, His Majesty's Revenue and Customs, collects it. But tax doesn't just vanish. It pays for roads, schools, police and fire services, bin collection, parks, libraries, youth centers, and support for people who need it. It's not perfect, but it keeps things running. So, how does the government decide how much tax to take? It starts with something called your tax code. In the UK, most people have the code 1257L, which tells your employer that you don't pay tax on the first 12,570 pounds you earn in a year. That's called your tax-free allowance. After that, your income is taxed in bands. The first chunk, up to 50,270 pounds, is taxed at 20%. Then, from 50,270 pounds up to 125,140 pounds, it jumps to 40%. Anything above 125,140 pounds, that's taxed at 45%. Let's plug in the numbers from that payslip. Remember, the salary is 60,000 pounds. Take off the tax-free allowance of 12,570 pounds. That leaves a taxable income of 47,430 pounds. Now, let's figure out how much of that taxable income is taxed at 20%. We're looking at the basic rate tax band. That covers income up to 50,270 pounds. But remember, the first 12,570 pounds is tax-free. So, 50,270 pounds minus 12,570 pounds, that gives us 37,700 pounds that falls into the basic rate band. Now we take 20% of that. That's 37,700 pounds times 0.2, which gives us 7,540 pounds. That's the tax due in the basic rate band for the year. Divide that by 12 months, and you get 628 pounds and 33 pence per month. So now we calculate the tax in the higher rate band. First, we already know that 37,700 pounds was taxed at 20%. But your total taxable income is 47,430 pounds. So let's subtract 47,430 pounds minus 37,700 pounds gives us 9,730 pounds. That's the chunk of your income that falls into the 40% tax band. Now, take 40% of 9,730 pounds. That's 9,730 pounds times 0.4, which gives us 3,892 pounds in tax for the year. And monthly, that's about 324 pounds and 33 pence. So let's pull it all together. You paid 628 pounds 33 pence in basic rate tax, plus 324 pounds 33 pence in higher rate tax. That gives a total of 952 pounds and 66 pence, the exact amount shown on your payslip. And that's just income tax. Next, we'll look at national insurance. Next up, national insurance, or NI for short. This is another amount taken from your pay each month, but it doesn't go to tax. National insurance helps fund things like the NHS, your future state pension, and support for people who are sick, unemployed, or caring for someone. You start paying it once you earn over a certain amount, even if you don't pay any income tax yet. It's basically your contribution to the safety net we all rely on, now and later in life. Just like income tax, national insurance has bands too. These are called Class 1 contributions, and they're what employees pay. You don't pay NI on the first 12,570 you earn. Then from 12,570 up to 50,270 pounds, you pay 8%. Anything above that is only charged at 2%. Let's work it out. You're earning 50,270, and the first 12,570 is ignored, just like with tax. That leaves 37,700 pounds in the main NI band. Now take 8% of 37,700 pounds. That's 3,016 pounds per year, divided by 12 months, and you're paying about 251 pounds 33 pence a month in national insurance. But wait, your salary is 60,000 pounds, not 50,270 pounds. So part of your income falls into the upper NI band, where the rate drops to 2%. Let's do the maths. 60,000 minus 50,270 pounds gives us 9,730 pounds. 2% of that is 194 pounds and 60 pence per year. Divide 194 pounds 60 pence by 12, and that's around £16.22 per month in national insurance. Add that to the 251 pounds 33 pence we worked out earlier, and your total NI for the month is 267 pounds and 55 pence, just like it says on your payslip. So let's pull it all together one last time. Your monthly pay started at 5,000 pounds. Take off 952 pounds 66 pence in income tax and 267 pounds 55 pence in national insurance, and that leaves you with a take-home pay of 3,779 pounds and 79 pence. That's the number that actually lands in your bank account. And that's how your payslip is built. It's not just a boring sheet of numbers, it's the story of where your money goes. Hopefully now it makes a lot more sense. In future videos, we'll get into pension contributions, how they can reduce your tax while helping you build a pot for later in life. So if you want to get ahead of the game, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment with what you'd like us to break down next.